Yes, guys, and welcome to Just for Clicks. I am Michael Buckeister. I am the king of the puns. I am the king of the sound effects. I am the king of the trolls. I am the king of all things that deserves a king in this world. Oh, guys, much too kind, much too kind. But on today's show, Ruben Foster, he's back in the news. Does a bitch lie? Oh, yes, she does. Bye. And then we have sports bet pick'ems as always. And of course, playoffs. Yeah, we talking about playoffs. All that and much more right after this amazing intro.
Just no time for the reflection without recognizing crimes. No time for all the rules that limit human equal rights.
And guys, we are back. I am Michael Buckeister, as I previously said many times. You guys should know that by now. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. There it is. There it is. Hell yeah. Thank you. But guys, Ruben Foster is back in the news. If you guys remember, I don't know, a month ago or so, he was cut by the San Francisco 49ers. He was arrested in the hotel room in Miami for allegations of assault, domestic battery, whatever, yeah, very, very bad things. Do not get me wrong on that. But it came out yesterday. All charges have been dropped. The bitch is fucking crazy. As I said, guys, do not jump to judgment. This woman has filed 3 separate charges. All have been dropped. All have been dismissed. And look, here is number 4. Number 4 charge has been dropped. Ruben Foster is not a bad guy that you guys all thought he was. And what do you guys say now? Do you guys apologize to Ruben? Do you say, hey, we're sorry for firing you from the 49ers because you were arrested before the game, and we jumped to conclusions? Do all those people that when he went to the Washington Redskins, do you guys apologize?
No,
you guys don't, because you guys can't admit when you're wrong. You guys cannot say, you know what, Ruben, we are sorry. We are sorry for jumping to conclusions. We are sorry that here in America, as a professional athlete, you are guilty until proven innocent. We're sorry. No, you guys can't, because all you guys are effing crazy. This woman's effing crazy. This is 4th time that the charges have been dropped on Ruben Foster. Ruben Foster, here's a little word of advice. Leave that bitch.
that was easy.
It may or may not be easy. She must be doing something right downstairs, if you guys are getting what I'm saying, without being so rated R. But she must got the bounce, all the goods. Or maybe she just has this psychopathic energy that keeps drawing Ruben Foster back. Nonetheless, Ruben, leave this girl. Do not go back. Because this woman, shortly after you got picked up by the Washington Redskins, a week, maybe a few days after she went on Good Morning America, and basically said that she hopes you never get a job ever again. She hopes that you never get a job again. So what does that tell you guys? She's in it for the money. Cha-ching! Cha-ching! One more time. Cha-ching! She is a money-hungry, crazy little whore. You heard it. Michael said it. I don't care. This is just for clicks. This is just for clicks. Just for clicks! Alright, guys. Time for me to calm down. Time for me to chill it out. But I get so it really irritates me when people jump to conclusions just like this. We are supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. If you are a young male in a professional atmosphere, NFL, Major League Baseball, hockey, whatever, you are almost guaranteed to be proven guilty or assumed guilty until proven innocent. Actually, I can say this in any acts of life. If a woman in general brings a claim up against a male, this male is going to get arrested. He is going to have to prove his innocence, costing lots of money, costing time from work, possibly losing your job even, because you are in jail. You can't go to work, obviously. So, society fix this. This is a sports show, but this is sports related, because Ruben Foster, you are not guilty. Have a great, successful season. Not against my Dallas Cowboys, but have a great year, man.
That was easy.
Just for clicks. All right, guys. So that was a little rant for the day here. Sometimes I get a little worked up, but you know what? It is what it is. But you know what? You know what time it is? It's playoff time. Yeah, playoffs. Woo! Yeah, whoa, getting excited over there, guys. So, as you guys know, the playoffs start tomorrow at 4:25. I believe it is Indianapolis Colts versus Houston Texans is the first game, if I'm not mistaken. Colts are red hot. They have won 9 of their last 10. Making them 10-6 on the season. Houston started out 0-3. I believe they were even 1-5 to start the season. They come on very, very hot mid-season, becoming 11-5. So you have two teams that started horrible in the year, pretty much wiped right. You could have wrote them off, but they're both here. Both the same division. They split. Colts lost at home, and then they beat Houston at Houston, obviously. So with this being said, that this game is at Houston, Andrew Luck has almost a little over 4,500 yards this season. Watson has 4,100 yards this season. But look out for Mac Truck, guys. My FanDuel sleeper pick of the weekend is going to be Mac Truck. The Mac Truck from the Indianapolis Colts. Look for this man to keep carrying that rock. He has 195 carries with just under 1,000 yards this season with 9 TDs. But a lot of that came in this 9-week or in this 10-week stretch where the Colts have been playing out of their effing minds. T.Y. Hilton is leading the way in receiving yards for the Colts, and Hopkins is. So 2 very, very good wide receiver matchups. I like this. But it's going to come down to the front 7 of the Indianapolis Colts to win this game. I am picking the Colts to win this game, to go into Houston and beat the Texans by 7 to 10 points. But the front 7 of the Colts is going to be the difference maker of this game. If that front 7 can play like they did against the Dallas Cowboys, the game that I personally saw in person, very good game. And if the Colts can take away that running game from Houston, making them one-dimensional. If it's air versus air, I'm taking Andrew Luck every time over Watson. I think Luck has a better arm. I think he has better smarts. Being a Stanford guy, nothing against Clemson by like any means. But if it's arm versus arm, air versus air, give me Andrew Luck. So I'm picking the Colts in this one. All right, guys. So moving on to the Saturday night game, you have my Dallas Cowboys 10-6 on the season, number 4 seed, taking on the Seattle Seahawks 10-6 as well. Earlier this season in Week 3, the Seahawks did beat the Dallas Cowboys back when the Cowboys really weren't very trending. They were a one-dimensional, give the ball to Ezekiel Elliott. That game was ugly. I believe both quarterbacks combined, Dak and Russell, just a little over 200 yards like in the game. It was a very, very ugly game, very hard game to watch. I'm picking the Cowboys to win this game because with the addition of Amari Cooper, yes, Amari Cooper has been up and down all season, but when he has that 3-touchdown game, look out. Amari seems to be stepping up in the big games, the Thanksgiving time game, this playoff game. Look for Amari Cooper to have a big game, opening up the running game for Ezekiel Elliott. He's going to have $120 on the ground. Cooper's going to have a couple touchdowns, maybe 10 receptions. FanDuel pick there, Amari Cooper and Ezekiel Elliott in the backfields. Also, Tyler Lockett for the Seahawks. I think he will be the X factor, as I think he'll get a touchdown as well. But Sean Lee is back for the Cowboys. Van Der Esch is playing out of his mind as a rookie. So that's why I'm picking the Cowboys to finally get over this playoff little hump that they're in. I look for them to do big things, guys. Look for it. Dallas Cowboys win. Then we go over to Sunday. We have the San Diego Chargers, number 5 seed, 12-4 on the season, traveling to Baltimore, 10-6. This is a 1:00 kickoff. If you guys remember earlier in the season, I rattled off some crazy stat. Every time a West Coast team travels to the East Coast and plays that 1 o'clock kickoff, they only have a 25% winning percentage in those games. But, fun fact, Phillip Rivers is 2-0 in the playoffs at these 1 o'clock kickoffs. That's why the Chargers are going to win this game. Phillip Rivers is going to be the difference maker. Phillip Rivers is going to have a fantastic game. They're going to they're going to get early, like a big 14-0, 21-0 lead real quick, maybe even 17-0. And then that takes away the game that the Ravens have been playing the last 8 or 9 games with Lamar Jackson. They've been running the ball, basically throwing him only 12 passes like a game. I think he's averaging like 160 yards passing per game. But when the Chargers jump out early to that 17-0 lead, you can't do that. You have to get out of what you know, and they're going to have to start throwing the ball down the field, and that's where Lamar Jackson is not money. Melvin Gordon is back. Keelan Allen is healthy. Give me the Chargers. Give me them by a lot. And then the final wild card game of the weekend, Sunday afternoon, Philadelphia Eagles 9-7 on the season, taking on the Chicago Bears 12-4. Like I said on many short shows, I've been on Unpopular Opinion, RTF Sports Talk, Big Blue Breakdown. I've been on 6 or 7 shows. I've been going back and forth between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. At one point, I had the Chicago Bears winning the Super Bowl. Yes, that was a very, very bold pick. I have since backed off of that. But the Philadelphia Eagles is a very trending team. I said do not let them in. This is a team you do not want to let in. They've been there, done that. Nick Foles' magic is live and happening, even though he has a rib injury. But with all that being said, give me the Chicago Bears, the Bears, at Soldier Field. Why? Because that defense is hot. I love that defense. That defense wins championships, guys. Mitchell Trubisky is a player that is going to give you 10 to 15 points per game. He is not going to wow you on the stat sheet, but he isn't going to give you a game away either. He reminds you of Alex Smith when he played with the Kansas City Chiefs. Mitchell Trubisky won't win you a game by coming down, but he won't lose you a game either. This Bears defense keeps the Eagles underneath 10 points. The Bears win 9 times out of 10. Nick Foles is starting for the Eagles. He does have a rib injury. How healthy is Nick Foles? Playing that Soldier Field, yes, it's supposed to be 56 degrees. It's supposed to be a beautiful day, but that wind starts coming off that lake. It cuts through you guys. That wind at Soldier Field is no freaking joke. But with all that being said, I'm going to stay on this Bears train. I like the Bears. I like what they're doing. That's why I'm picking the Bears to upset. I guess you can't really call it an upset, but to beat the Eagles. Eagles, your little magic, the Nick Foles magic is done. It's over. Just all right, guys. So with the FanDuel here, like I promised you guys earlier this week, I'll give you some players to look out for. I've already said Ezekiel Elliott, Amari Cooper, and Tyler Lockett. One more receiver to look out for: T.Y. Hilton for the Colts. I like what he is doing. He's almost guaranteed 8 catches, 100 yards a game. The tight end Ebron for the Colts. I like what he's doing. I really like it. Defensive wise, give me the Bears defense. I think they're going to really shut down the Eagles. They're going to hold them underneath 10 points. Plus, the Bears special teams is something special. That is ultimately going to be what puts the Bears on top versus the Eagles is a huge punt or a kick return or a big punt return. So Bears defense, quarterback. Got to go with Phillip Rivers. I think he is the best quarterback playing this weekend, and I think he is going to ultimately put up the most points, yards, etc. I think the Colts and Texans are going to kind of be a slugfest, kind of back and forth. Maybe a quarterback breaks for 200 yards, but I really feel Phillip Rivers is going to throw for 250, for 3 or 4 scores. So we have the quarterback Phillip Rivers, running back we'll go Ezekiel Elliott. I think he is going to do good. But if you guys are on the budget FanDuel like I am, Mac Truck is very, very low cost. I think he is going to go well. He is a running back for the Colts. Tight end, I'm doing Ebron for the Colts. My 3 wide receivers, I'm going Amari Cooper, Tyler Lockett, and who is my other one? T.Y. Hilton for the Colts as well. I just don't foresee anybody else really doing well. The Chargers are kind of wide receivers of committee, even though Keelan Allen is, I think he has 1,200 yards on the season. He would definitely be a good sleeper pick there. And then I'm picking the Bears defense. So you guys heard that?
That was easy.
If you don't pick that team, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing? So let's continue this trend of pick'em here over to the association. If you guys did not see that Warriors Houston Rocket game last night, you missed one hell of a game. It went into overtime. There was a lot of controversy. It was the bird watch challenge. If you guys haven't seen that, go ahead and check that out on I believe it's on CP3's Instagram. Basically, Kevin Durant takes like 5 steps out of bounds and saves the ball, and the refs doesn't call it out of bounds. He's blatantly out of bounds. No, he's a good 3 foot out of bounds with this size 18 shoe. His shoe is ridiculously big. But the Houston did come out on top. I did get that pick wrong, unfortunately. Raptors lost to San Antonio last night. Kawhi got booed pretty hard, and Popovich kind of defended him, which is kind of surprising. But Popovich has always been the higher person in those situations. So let's get into this Friday night pick'ems here. First game up, we have the Utah Jazz 18-20 on the season versus the Cavs 8-30. Cavs are freaking horrible. There is a Utah is favored by 9 points, but I think the Utah Jazz win outright, but the Cavs cover just because that's what they do. They seem to battle around just enough to cover the point spread, even though they've lost 5 in a row at least. But give me the Jazz on that one. All right, scrolling down, there's a lot of games happening tonight. We'll just kind of do a rapid fire pick 'em here. We have the Washington Wizards 15-23 on the season, taking on Miami Heat team 18-18. Coming on as of late, Miami's favored by 7.5. I'm picking Miami to win, and they cover. Indiana Pacers 25-12 on the season, taking on 10-28 Bulls. Pacers are favored by 6.5. I'm picking the Pacers to win this game, but the Bulls cover. New Jersey Nets 18-21 on the season, taking on Memphis Grizzlies 18-19. Nets are coming on very, very hard as of late. Memphis is 4-point favorite. I'm picking the Nets. Upset alert on that one. Nets. Next up, you have 17-20 Orlando Magic, 5-point favorite, taking on Minnesota Timberwolves 17-21 on the season. I made a mistake. Minnesota is favored by 5 points in this game. This one is tough. I'm going to take the home team on this one, picking the Timberwolves, but they don't cover or they only win by 3 or 4 points. Look for Karl Anthony Towns to have a big game for the Timberwolves. Next up, you have Dallas Mavericks 18-19 on the season, taking on 22-15 Boston Celtics teams. Boston is 5-point favorite tonight. They win and they cover the spread. Look for Jason Tatum to have another huge game. Boston Celtics are currently 4th seed, 5th seed in the Eastern Conference, but they're the deepest team in that conference. Look for Boston to make big splashes here in the next few months, making a little push before the All-Star break. Next up, you have Atlanta Hawks 11-26 on the season, taking on Milwaukee Bucks, the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Milwaukee Bucks 26-10 on the season. Milwaukee is favored by 13.5 points. Milwaukee wins, but they do not cover the spread. They only win by 10 points. Look for the Greek Freak to keep what he's doing. He's averaging 27 points per game. He does well. LA Clippers 21-16 on the season, taking on a Phoenix Suns team 9-30. Clippers win. They cover this point spread as well. Suns are horrible. New York Knicks 9-29 on the season, taking on an LA team, LeBronless LA team, 21-17 on the season. LA wins; they don't lose at home against the Knicks, but they don't cover. It is a 7.5 point spread. Knicks cover, but the Lakers win outright. Next up, Oklahoma City 24-13 on the season. It is as an even line versus the Portland Trailblazers, 22-16 on the season. Look for Damian Lillard to have a big game tonight. When he goes head-to-head versus a superstar like Russell Wilson, he seems to step up to the challenge. On RTF Sports Talk earlier this morning, I said look out for the Portland Trailblazers. They're currently a 6th seed. They're a flying under the radar type of team, and that's why I got to pick them tonight. So Portland Trailblazers win by 7 tonight. Just all right, guys, so we have been riding high on the picks all year, and there's only one top 25 men's basketball game tonight. We have number 20 Buffalo, but the Blue Buffalo Bills. They're the Blue Bulls. I'm sorry. 12-1 on the season, 10-point favorite, taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles team. Buffalo wins. They cover. Eastern Michigan's not very good. I saw them play against KU the other night. They gave KU a little bit of run early, but they ended up losing by like 20-some points. They're not very good. KU's very good. Eastern Michigan's not very good. So give me the Blue Bulls, the Buffalo, number 20. They win tonight. That's on the CBS Sports Network channel. They're playing in Michigan too. All right, guys. So that'll be the show for today. We had a little hot take with Ruben Foster. I did get a little heated. If I use some foul language, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
No.
Sorry. That is just who I am. If you don't like it, sorry. But this is just for clicks. This is Michael Buckheister. Join me tomorrow.
When people all around are starting to begin to understand it, here and now can be powered by the wind.